Hello students and welcome to the new lecture session. Myself Shankhu Ghosh, Assistant Professor of Automobile Engineering Department at Dr. Sudhir Chandra Sur Degree Engineering College under the JIS group. Today we'll discuss a new topic of module number 10. The topic is selection of instrumentation. This topic is taken from non-destructive testing and application. This is the seventh semester automobile engineering students subjects, and the subject code is AUE 705A. So students, today in this class, the objective of this class is that to understand the various types of instrument which are used. Those are used for the NDT methods, and number 2 is select the proper instrument for the proper damage find out the proper damage. So in the previous lectures we discussed all the various types of NDT methods elaborately. Now we conclude the various type of instrument and their selection. So students, let's start the today's class on selection of instrumentation. Selection of instrumentation. All NDT methods are simple in principle, but success in their use depends heavily on intelligent application and the interpretation of the results. All the NDT methods, all the NDT methods are simple in principle, but success in their use depends heavily on intelligent application and the interpretation of the results. They are not easily applied as curable, but it can be instrumental in assuring quality products. The quality products if the NDT methods are integrated into the entire spectrum of a manufacturing activity, from design to the final inspection and in service. NDT is a combination of art and science. NDT is a combination of art and science, which can be learned by a person even with limited knowledge. This NDT can be learned by a person even with a limited knowledge. Yet it is a vast subject with results to be interpreted with the patience. This is because of the fact that the evidence it produces is most often indirect. Also, the condition in the practical industrial world where NDT methods are widely applied, seldom measure up to the scientific concepts on which the methods are based, ought to be laboratory condition in which they are developed. In NDT, we generally apply the testing medium we generally apply the testing medium to the material or component under the examination. The flaws of material, the flaw of material structure, modify or change the testing medium if some manner. The flaws or the material structure, modify or change the testing medium in some manner. Built into the test method, there must be a means by which we detect this change and convert the detected signal to a form that is well suited for the interpretation. A variety of NDT equipments are available in the market. Though these equipments or the instruments are often claimed and marketed as independent and easy to use, they are not readily applicable under the plant condition. In the market, there are a variety of NDT equipments are available. In between these equipments or the instruments are often claimed and marketed as independent and the easy to use, but they are not readily applicable under the plant condition. So it is most important that proper NDT instrument or the equipment is selected to suit the condition of selected to suit the test condition and the other requirements. Reference standard when reference standards when properly used ensure the success of NDT. Reference standard, that means we need a standard reference. Then we use the variety of NDT methods, and after that we ensure the success. So normally destructive tests are attempt to determine how a material or a device will perform, but in NDT is not really a test, but rather some measurement based on which the size of a discontinuity is usually indicated rather than the performance capability of the component. So NDT is not really a test, but it rather some measurement which is based on which the size of the discontinuity which is usually indicate rather than the performance capability of the component. Hence it is imperative to have a comparative reference standard as a calibration of testing procedure. This also serves as a means to understand the NDT results in a quantitative manner. Details of various reference standards are given in code and the standards. The concerned user has to judicially selected the reference standard for the reliable NDT. Therefore the selection of instruments or the equipments for carrying out the different NDT methods is very important and is discussed here. The motive behind the discussion is to give a clear concept in selection the proper instruments, considering the various factors rather than listed the available instruments. So students, let's start with the visual testing, because we already studied the eight types of we already studied the 8 types of NDT testing. Those are visual testing, liquid penetrating testing, magnetic particle testing, eddy current testing, ultrasonic testing, radiographic testing, thermographic testing, and last one is the acoustic emission testing. So in between these 8 entities, let's start with this visual testing or the VT. VT is one of the oldest, simplest and the cheapest NDT methods. Here the object is illuminated. Here the object is illuminated and examined directly by eye or with the help of a light sensitive device. The eye is one of the best. The eye is one of the best NDT instruments that man possesses, except that man possesses, except when the owner is tired or bored. So eye is one of the best NDT instrument that the man possesses, except the owner or the person who is tested, who is taking the test, he or she will tired or bored. Access and visibility are the key of consideration. Access and visibility are the key of consideration. Unaided eye can evaluate surface finish. Unaided eye can evaluate the surface finish, moderated size speeds, cracks, dimensional confirmation of accessible area, etc. Examination of minute crack. Examination of minute cracks, deep holes, hidden defects and inaccessible area require the help of special devices such as magnifying lenses, microscopes and the borescopes. Selection of these aids. The selection of these aids is based on the size of discontinuities to be detected, the test object configuration and the sensitive requirement. So selection of these aids, that means to examine the minute crack, deep hole, hidden defect and the inaccessible area, we use the magnifying lenses, microscopes or borescope. For this selection of these types of instrument which is based on the size of the discontinuities to be detected and test object configuration and the sensitivity requirement. During underwater visual testing, and recording of data closed circuit television or the CCTV is extensively used. By the use of CCTV or the closed circuit television, all video records can be related to date, time, position and other inspection information for further reference and the comparisons. Next is LPT or the liquid penetrant testing. For liquid penetrant testing, no special equipment is required except a source of ultraviolet black light for use with the fluorescent penetrants. For liquid penetrant testing, for liquid penetrant testing or the LPT, no special equipment is required. No special equipment is required except a source of ultraviolet, maybe black light, for use with the fluorescent penetrants. Effective inspection. The effective inspection can be performed. Effective inspection can be performed by using simple kit itself. Effective inspection can be performed by using the simple kit itself. A variety of equipment is available. A variety of equipment is available for inspection of units in large quantity, especially for mass production lines, package units and automatic stations. Especially for mass production line, package units and automatic stations are used for the inspection. Also, where high reliability is required, automatic stations are used for the LPT or the liquid penetrant testing. Essentially, the size, shape and production quantity of the components influence the selection of equipments. Essentially, the size, shape and the production quantity of the components influence the selection of the equipments. The LPT inspection station is simply a work table. A LPT inspection station is simply a work table on which workpiece can be handled under the proper lighting. For fluorescent methods, the work table is usually surrounded by a curtain. For the fluorescent methods, the work table is usually surrounded by a curtain or a hood to exclude the most of the white light from the area. For the automatic inspection, workpiece are moved. The workpiece are moved through both equipped with the split curtains, either by hand or by the conveyor. In some large inspection installation, fully enclosed room have been built for the black light inspection. LPT kit is most suited for inspection of plants or the components, in situ application and for limited test application. Semi-automatic or the automatic test stands are used where high reliability is required or errors due to the human factor are to be avoided. Other important factors are selection of equipments, are sensitivity and desired inspection coverage, etc. Next one is MPT or the magnetic particle testing. For magnetization of the part, mobile, portable and stationary equipments are available. For magnetizing of a part or a mobile or a portable, the stationary equipments are available. The selection of a particular type of equipment. So selection of a particular type of equipment which is based on the components to be inspected. Particular types of equipments is based on the components to be inspected and their size and the quantity, and the required sensitivity. So portable equipment is available in lightweight. That means 10 to 50 kg. In general, these portable units are designed for use at 220 or the 440 volt AC and supply magnetizing current output to 500 to 1500 ampere in half-wave rectifier or the AC modes. The machines capable of supplying half-wave current and AC have provision for continuously variable current control and therefore can be used for the MPT of wide variety of components. Primary methods for magnetization is handheld probe. The major disadvantage of this method is the limited amount of current available. For detection of discontinuities lying deep and for the coverage of a large area with the probe contact, a machine with a higher amperage output is required. Also, portable equipments cannot supply the full wave DC necessary for the some inspection. The mobile unit usually supply half wave rectifier for AC current output, and full wave DC current is sometimes available as a single output. The inspection of part is accomplished by use of flexible cable, yoke, probe contact clamps, etc. The mobile units have one output ranging from 1500 to 8000 ampere, and the magnetizing current usually is controlled. The magnetizing current is usually controlled by a remote control switch connected to the unit by an electric cord. The quick coupling connector for connecting magnetizing cable are also provided with the units. Stationary units may be obtained as either general purpose or the special purpose. The general purpose unit primarily uses the weight method and has a built-in tank that contains the bath and the pump. The pump discontinuity agitates the both and forces the fluid through the hoses onto the part being inspected. The stationary power packs serve as source of high amperage magnetizing current to be used in conjunction with a special fixture or with cable wrap or the clamp and control techniques. The rated output varies from the 3000 to 8000 ampere, and in some cases that is up to about 20,000 ampere. The higher ampere units are used for overall magnetized of large forging or the castings, which otherwise would require laboratory probe inspection at a much lower current levels. Next is eddy current testing or ECT. In ECT or the eddy current testing, an alternating current is made to flow in a coil which when brought close to the electrically conducting sources of metallic material to be inspected induces eddy current flow in the material. The presence of defect or a discontinuity disturbs the eddy current flow. These eddy currents in turn generate an alternating magnetic field which may be detected either as a voltage across a second coil or by a perturbation of the impedance of the original coil. This impedance change is a function of electrical conductivity of the test material. the magnetic permeability of the test material, geometry of the component, and the test frequency. The change in impedance, is measured. The change in impedance is measured and correlated with the presence and the extent of discontinuity. In the throw transmission system, of eddy current testing, a signal is transmitted from a coil. A signal is transmitted from a coil through a metal and is detected by a coil on the opposite side of the metal. This type of measurement completely eliminates lift off, but required that the two coils be aligned properly. However, there is a limitation in applying the techniques for the higher thickness. Various types of instruments are commercially available. The types of instruments and their capability are the given below. One is resistor and the single coil. That means 1 kHz to 5 MHz direct reading analog meter. Number two is inspection coil and the balance coil. Bridge balance. That means 1 kHz to 5 MHz phase rotation of signal. Storage scope. Display of impedance plans and the continuously various frequency of X, Y alarm gates. Number 3 is inspection coil and the variable impedance bridge unbalanced. That means 1 kHz to 2 MHz direct readout of thickness and the electrical conductivity. Binary code decimal output. And number 4 is induction bridge, that is 100 Hz to 50 MHz used for the simultaneous measurement of 4 variable analog computer and the binary code decimals output. Direct digital readout of thickness and the lift off. An important part of eddy current testing instrument is the instrument used for readout. The readout device may be integral part of the system, an interchangeable plug-in module or a solitary unit connected by cable. The readout instrument should be of adequate speed, accuracy and range of meet the inspection requirement of the system. XY plotters, XY storage, oscilloscope and strip chart recorders are most widely used readout instruments. The magnetic tape records are fairly accurate and capable for recording at very high speed. Moreover, the data can be processed by automated techniques. When multi-channel instruments are used, microprocessors computers are used for data storage and the processing. The computers can separate parameters and calculate the variable of interest and significance and the print summary of the result and store all the data on tape for reference in future. Next is radiographic testing of the RT. The NDT methods employing X-ray equipment. The NDT methods employing X-ray equipment for radiography require heavy investment. Gamma ray camera are available at cheapest cost. The gamma rays camera are available at the cheapest cost. The cost of maintaining of a full-fledged radiography facility in a pressure vessel manufacturing company comprises of consumable, namely X-ray film and produce and processing the chemicals, depreciation on investments on X-ray equipments, train staff and the overheads. And there has been an ever increasing the trends in the cost of X-ray film. High energy X-ray and the gamma ray equipments require separated room constructed with a high density concrete for shielding the purposes. Such rooms are necessary to prevent radiation hazards for operation and other non-operating personnel. The most significant way to improve the quality of radiograph is to reduce the focal spot size. This has led to the design and the manufacture of microfocus X-ray equipments. The focusing and the alignment of electron beam to the target is automatic, with a focal spot of the order of 10 micrometer. Direct enlargement around 20x is possible. Also, high quality radiographs may be obtained with very small film to focal distances. Microfocus system is proven to be especially useful for examining circumferential electron beam welded part. The important in X-ray real-time detection devices and the possibility for treatment of the images by the digital video image processing have made it the both technically and economically feasible to inspect a broader range of products by X-ray real-time systems. The purpose of video image processing is to increase the signal to noise ratio and to improve the detectability of image details of interest. The video image processing is done by digitalizing and the analog camera video signal and digitally process the signal. The processed image can be viewed on a video monitor. The widely used video processing operations are averaging to improve signal to noise ratio. Number 2, summing to enhance the contrast. Number 3 is grayscale expansion or the compression to provide the sufficient contrast within the gray level range display. And number 4 is spectral filtering. By filtering, it is possible to enhance the contrast and to improve the detail and aging. Finally, subtraction of video image provides a way of enhancing the details. Automatic fluorescent inspection system. The automatic fluorescent inspection system is used where critical evolution are required and to eliminate the possibility of errors due to the human interpretation. Further, the sensitivity is superior due to dynamic condition apply in the inspection. The system operates faster and safer than any equipment with the human interpretation. In this system, the mechanical or electrical design is fail safe, which means that the equipment rejects all parts until the computer has measured and found the part accessible. The cost of film processing etc. are eliminated. Highly automated self-propelled mini crawler which travel within pipelines to take X-ray radiograph of pipelines from inside are available. Such a system would be suitable for both land-based and offshore pipeline for oil, gases and other liquid handles networks, employing the pipelines down to the 250 mm. Such a crawler is designed for remote control from outside the pipe. It is completely safe, self-contained, The control for positioning along the lane is by means of a small radioisotope source which emits a collimated beam of radiation through the pipeline wire. The intensity of the beam is measured by a Jaeger-Muller tube and fed to an electronic logic module. Next is UT or the ultrasonic testing. Most ultrasonic inspection instruments detects flaw by monitoring one or more of the following variables. That's a reflection of sound energy. Number 2 is transit, the time of sound wave, and number 3 is attenuation of sound energy. Based on the variable that is being used for knocking the healthiness of material, a special type of instrumentation is selected. Although the electronic equipment used by different manufacturers for ultrasonic inspection, it can be vary greatly in detail. All general purpose equipment, which is consist of a power supply, a pulse circuit, and a search unit, the receiver amplifier circuit, an oscilloscope, and an electronic clock. Transducers are the heart of the ultrasonic test system. Various types of transducers are available in the market. Single element, normal or angle beam transducer to array type transducer are used depending upon the application, sensitive requirement, and the technique of testing, etc. Generally, high frequency transducers are used for sensitive test application. Immersion testing generally apply to automated tube testing employ, especially the transducer. Conventionally, ultrasonic test equipment is provided with cathode ray tube, oscilloscope for read out the information. Data received is usually displayed on the oscilloscope in either video mode or the RF mode. In video mode display, only peak intensities are visible on the stage, whereas in the RF mode it is possible to observe the actual waveform of the signal. RF signal mode display are required for the signal processing of received signal so as to get more information of the test object. Signal processing is used in testing applications where signal to noise ratio is poor. For example, if the grain structure of the material is highly scattered and anisotropic, etc. Signal processors are available as separated unit. Modern equipment combine the signal processing with limited capability along with the test equipment. Additional features are incorporated in many commercial ultrasonic instruments, which include a circuit that electronically compensates for signal amplitude loss caused by the attenuation of an ultrasonic pulse in the test piece, and the electronic gates which monitors returning signals for pulses and the selected amplitude that occur within the selected time display range. The set points of a gate corresponds to a flow of a certain size that is located within a prescribed depth range. Gates often are used to trigger alarm or to operate automatic system to short test space or to identify the reject objects, and the various types of display modes are available. There are A scan, B scan, C scan, P scan, Z or zip scan, etc. Most of the commercial available ultrasonic test equipments are provided with only A scan display, which gives defects location and roughly size of the defects. B scan facility is used for where the information on the cross section of the defect is required, and C-scan is display gives plan view of the defect. Based on the requirement, the instruments are selected, and the C-scan facility consists of a multi-headed ultrasonic detector. A computer measures the signal received from a large number of probes which are flattened to a belt wrapped around the well. The computer processing the process a picture of the defects pending on the signal receiver. ZIP scan or the time of fight diffraction or the TOFT. Testing system is used for detection and sizing the defect based on diffraction of signal from the crack tips. This technique is usually if the expected orientation of the crack is perpendicular to the surface. Multi-channel equipments are used for testing the component by more number of probes simultaneously. Suitable manipulators are required to enable the such inspection. There are various other types of advanced ultrasonic instruments such as shaft or synthetic aperture focusing techniques, ALOC and phased array. These instruments have not yet gained their popularity for application in shop floor because of advanced operator knowledge needed and the cost and sophistication of the system. Next is AET or acoustic emission testing. When stressed, they give out messages in the form of acoustic emission. All material exhibits this emission phenomenon, but this emission from metal are generally inaudible. If we can detect the emission with instrumentation and devise a mechanism to decode the message, we have an effective NDT tool to give us the immediate information regarding the internal transformation, degree of damage or state of integrity within a material or a component or a structure. AET instrumentations consist of various units for signal detection, data acquisition, signal processing and analysis. The transducer which is used for detecting the AE signals in the heart of the system. Historically, the microphones were used and transducer to start with and later accelerometer were tried. The most favored transducer for AE application are piezoelectric transducer because of their high sensitivity and the ruggedness. Resonant type are used with narrow band instrumentation and the non-resonant types with a wide band instrumentation. Capacitive transducer have excellent wide band frequency response but are less sensitive. Additionally, stringent requirements are imposed on the quality of the surface of the material which is used as one electrode in the case of capacitive transducer. Consequently, their uses of AE transducer is still limited to the laboratory. The preamplifier follow the transducer and the two together form the front end of the AE instrumentation. The processing instrumentation required for the AET depends on the form of quality of the raw data. Converting the analog data into digital form and spatial filtering before the analysis are some of the important aspects. Instrumentation utilized for processing and analysis is undergoing continuous evolution. Essentially, two approaches are in use. One emphasizing hardware and another emphasizing the software. In completely hardware-based system, processing and analysis circuit is completely hardwired. A system could be a single unit or a number of small units which can be plugged in and as needed. A single channel system has the capability of obtaining the cumulative counts, cumulative events, and the count rate and the event rate R and the RMS voltage. The facility like audio monitoring and the parametric distribution can be incorporated in the both single and the multi-channel system. If two or more sensors are allowed to be excited by a single source, the arrival sequencing and the arrival time differences can be measured. These parameters are utilized for emission source location. Linear location is possible with two sensors, while a minimum of three sensors are needed for the planar location. With increase in number of channels needed, the hardware system loses its attraction and the software system takes over. The most important advantages of software system is flexibility in operation and the analysis. They have a built-in computer and the analysis is done by software. Currently, commercial systems utilizing time domain parameter are of modulated design and can accommodate up to 56 channels. The most commonly used display device for visual observation of AE signal is a CRO or cathode ray oscilloscope. A variety of devices are used for the displaying and the recording the analysis data. The simplest and the most commonly used recording devices are the XY recorder. The CRT display the faster, more versatile and are available with the multiple display and the hard copy facility. The data is also stored in magnetic disk for permanent storage and the future analysis. Next is the thermography. The most common methods for detection of temperature distribution on the solid surface in the industry have been templastic or the thermocouples. Through the simple and inexpensive, these methods are obviously adequate when the large surface area are involved or when the surface is questions are inaccessible or difficult to reach. In such cases, a non-contact type area scanning mode, thermal mapping techniques, now commonly known as the thermal imaging or the thermography is used. The method is not only the very convenient in application but in a way economically too. Various types of thermal image equipments are available. These are generally portable. Being portable in nature, the equipments are suitable for field work and in situ inspection. Thermography equipments can produce thermogram of surfaces at temperature from 293 Kelvin to the 1153 Kelvin. The accuracy at the lower temperature around the 295 Kelvin is claimed to be 0.01 C. And the absolute temperature of the point can also be calculated using the emitted radiation value. Many a time only the temperature distribution over the surface of the or the temperature gradient along a line of the surface is of importance. Permanent record of the thermograms called thermographs can also be made by using a 35 mm photo camera or with a video recording storage facility. So students, in the today's class we covered the various types of NDT methods and their instruments they are used, and after completing this lecture we are easily understand the which instrument is used for the which purpose. There are the number of instruments are used in the various NDT methods. So for the proper flow or the discontinuity foundation, which types of instruments are used, that will easily understand after completing these lectures. So students, thank you so much. The next class will discuss on a new topic. So till then, stay at home and stay safe. Thank you so much.